Ladies and gentlemen, I've spent 700 hours in this world, and it is definitely high time to show it off for a second time here on the channel. And with me, I've got my good friend Alex. So I'm going to be showing Alex around the world here, and the first thing we get to see is world spawn right here, and it's looking pretty beautiful with the shaders on right now. And this is actually the most recent addition to the world. I figure it's good to have a nice, beautiful, natural setting. And right behind us, of course, we've got our spawn tent right here. Another very recent addition, and it shows the entire map over here.
I saw that. That was like the first thing I noticed when I came in.
It's a little bit chaotic here to the left because you can see how much I'm pretty much destroying the earth over there.
Yeah.
Just to make this happen. But if we continue down the road here, the first thing you'll run into is the jousting arena.
Very nice. This is one of my favorite of your builds, actually. I really like this one.
Yeah, honestly, I think this one came out really, really great. I'm super happy I started doing this because I was a little bit tempted to just continue finishing up all of the Ventia area, but honestly, this spawn project is, it's a breath of fresh air. And another big thing, recent thing here is the registration tent for the jousting tournament. So at some point, we're gonna have to have a jousting tournament with the good people.
Of course. I like what you've done here with the swords. That's a nice little detail. I like that.
Yeah, I honestly, it's great to be able to hide the backside of the lecterns here because it's I don't know, it just doesn't look super consistent otherwise with the full blocks next to it. That's legit my only netherite armor in the world. Like wow. I've just been walking around in gold armor and my turtle helmet in the past few episodes because I have my armor here. But yeah, there are still a few entrance areas that I need to build here. I don't plan on having this just totally open right here, but it does look pretty sweet, to be honest. I haven't been here too much since I finished it.
Yeah. So do you have any more plans for like this area, like in terms of other like tents or what?
Oh yeah, it's gonna expand a lot. I've built probably 10% of what I want to build in spawn over here, so there's a lot to come. It's not quite there yet.
Loving it so far, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's coming along. This area, there's still some interiorizing I need to do over here, but overall, I think it came out really cool.
Oh, very cool. I mean, yeah.
Coming over here, the last thing probably I have to show here at spawn is the most recent thing I built in the last episode, and that is this little pathway up the hill here.
Ah, yes. This is beautiful, man.
It looks pretty cool with the shaders on. I think I just want to continue the same theme going up the whole mountain here, and once I get way more of these trees in, the whole world is going to look a lot more like this, and that's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be gorgeous, man. I mean, I can't wait.
Yeah, so imagine all of spawn kind of more like this area. It just takes so much time to build these trees and to do something like this, so it'll take some time, but you know, we do a lot of intro time lapses over here, so it should go pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if we just quickly follow this path down here, I haven't really put anything down on the way. You can just see the naked terraforming for now.
Yeah, well, I mean, it looks good. This whole area looks nice and natural.
Yeah, thanks, man. And one thing I do a lot is I try to work with sight lines. It's one of the big things I use for planning. So once you come around the corner here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is gorgeous. Honestly, like the transition walking here, you just bam, you get hit with that.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. You just get hit with the castle right here.
Yeah, I mean, if I hadn't seen this like a million times, I would be in shock.
Yeah, I personally, since I see it every day, I'm very underwhelmed by my own
you're
world
a little
here.
Jaded to it. But...
Oh, totally. Yeah, but if we come up here, I think the first thing I want to show off is this little village right next to the huge fields I've got. I've got my little milling village here. One of the first ideas I had was to build this little cave underneath here. I got really inspired by the new lush caves that are coming out.
Yeah.
And I think this was in like episode 3 or 4. It's really.
I remember this. Yeah.
It's been a long time since I built this, and if you come through here, you get to the very first lake I built.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I know you briefly touched on this. I don't think you really gave it much of a look besides just a quick like fly through or something, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks really nice. I love what you've done with the roof.
Yeah,
It's
thanks, man.
very
It's very
cool,
fun.
man.
Of course, inspired by the new update with the
Yeah,
stalactites.
yeah,
But if you
of
come through
course.
here, the sight line is very important as well. You get to see
Oh yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
tower as
The
you come
tower, that
through. Yeah, and over
nice.
here, I just wanted to build some big waterfalls and try my hand at doing a custom lake. And since I've
Yeah.
built two more, so I think it went well for sure.
When you make these kind of sight lines, do you plan them in advance, or is it just kind of like you find an opportunity to do it and you're like, oh, I could totally do this, and then you take it,
Some of
sort of?
it's very premeditated, but a
Yeah.
lot of it is where do I have an opportunity to do something cool, and I just go
Mm,
with that. But here, I think this
yeah.
is a pretty sweet spot. If we come through again, though, we can go up
Oh
all the way
yeah.
to the village. And honestly, I gotta say, this little village right here is probably my
Hmm.
favorite part of the whole world, personally. I
I
don't know
adore
why.
this. I
Yeah.
I love this little area. It's very quaint, and the pumpkin patch is precious. I just love this.
Yeah, it's just so cute. I wanted to try my hand on
Yeah.
doing a lot of diagonal work, and so I just made
Yeah. No, these
everything
are
diagonal.
yeah, everything in here is very nice.
Yeah,
I mean, I know that this is diagonal, but it doesn't even strike me as being diagonal.
I think that really worked out well, to be honest.
Yeah, it
And
did. Yeah, it definitely did.
I've recently come through and made interiors for all these builds, but I just
Yeah.
think like I really want to expand on this village in the future. But this little square right here with the pumpkin patch, it just, yeah, I love it. It
Yeah.
looks
Oh yeah,
amazing.
it's adorable. I love it. This interior and the stable, I forget. Was that something that you did in the video where you built it, or is this new?
Yeah, I built this right when I built the stables because,
Okay.
you can see
Yeah.
in here and I needed a reason to put my horses somewhere and store
Oh,
my
perfect.
saddles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this place actually has a full interior
Okay.
like most other places. I've tried
Yeah.
to make interiors everywhere, so I'd say about 70% of the interiors are done for the people who
Ooh.
are going to download the world and look around.
That's not a bad number. That's actually a really impressive statistic there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be able to get it all done. But one of the
Very
important
nice.
sight lines
Yeah.
here is, of course, that you can see the church all the way over in the
Yeah. Oh,
distance.
that's adorable. I like I like that a lot,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. It looks
Yeah.
pretty cool. And if we just come over
Um,
here, we can follow the path through the fields at first.
yeah, I
Eh,
got a quick question actually,
Yeah, shoot.
regarding that church over there. Do you have plans for more valley, I should say, or is this in terms of like the large mountain terraforming? Is this about all you're gonna do, and then you're gonna work on more of other areas and surrounding landscape?
All I'm gonna say is that there's definitely gonna be more Valley of Ventia. There's gonna be a lot
Okay,
more to it.
yeah.
It's far from done. Even the terraforming, even the like scope of how big it is. There's gonna be a lot added, and I think hopefully people are gonna really like what I have planned because it's gonna get way more ambitious from here.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm sure everybody else is as well.
Yeah, hopefully. So another thing here is of course the sight line with the monastery up on the hill
Yes, yeah.
and the
Yeah.
mountain peak. My plan is
That's
to actually add another mountain peak behind the monastery
Ooh,
eventually.
yeah, that would look nice. That I
Yeah.
think that would be a good like framing for it. I think having an impressive mountain peak behind that would be really cool.
Yeah, it should hopefully look pretty awesome. Now, this road, of course, leads up to the castle, which
Yes.
we'll check out right in a bit. But first
Perfect.
off, we get to this little section right here to these houses, which were first intended as the beekeeper's house.
This block palette, the sandstone, the what is this? Is this dark oak or is
It's
this
stripped
spruce?
dark oak. It's stripped dark oak.
Okay, yeah. So the stripped dark oak, the spruce, the jungle trapdoors, like all of this works together so well. I love this.
Yeah, it's such a
This
nice
build palette
mix.
here is really pretty.
This
Yeah.
is what really set the tone for the architectural style and the colors I want to go with for Ventia going forward. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think this is a really cute section. One of my favorite parts of the world right here as well is this tree, which is just, it's supposed to look like a really old tree. It's got the birch
Yeah.
leaves mixed in.
I like this tree a lot.
And we just
Very
got like
nice.
the bench over
The
here where you can
bench.
sit and take it all in.
Okay, this type of like world building, for lack of a better word, something like just a little bench where you can relax, and whoever lives here maybe has this bench, and maybe this is their favorite spot to like sit and read a book or something. And it's just little
Yeah.
things like this. I love these.
Yeah, it makes it
Um,
come alive a lot more.
it
I
really
love doing
does.
stuff like that. I want to do way
Yeah.
more of that kind of stuff, and people. I know people want to see more of that kind of thing, like knocked
Yeah.
over carts and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Oh my god. Yeah. This
Things that
is
would
yeah.
make the world look a lot more lived in. Like if we come over here, I built kind of a main part of the village. A lot of people have said that they really love this little part of the village here.
This bit. Oh yeah. I really like this spot. This I feel like isn't highlighted enough in some of your videos. I do remember when you built this,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I feel like I feel like this area doesn't get enough love. Like I really like this area.
Yeah, I don't walk it around here enough. I really want to build more
Yeah.
stuff like this, the
And
crowded
this, ooh,
spaces.
this is nice. I like this building right here. With
Yeah,
the
this one's
bush.
a real oldie. I made
Yeah.
made some changes to this building in one of the early episodes, and I really like how it's come out. It really mixes well with
Yeah.
the style of the newer buildings.
Yeah, I think so too.
It of course has the greenhouse over here, which I'm very happy with.
Yeah. Oh, nice. I didn't even know about this.
Yeah, I want to build some more greenhouses. It really is kind of hidden at this point behind the
Yeah.
trees and houses, but it's a nice little gem. It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, little things like this. I know you said that there were going to be some little Easter eggs, like surprises for people when they download the world.
Yeah, definitely. There's a
Yeah,
lot of stuff
okay.
that I haven't shown off that I hope people
Oh, I
are really
love
going to
that.
appreciate.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly think that people are going to appreciate the little details that you've put in here. It shows that you really love this this world. You care about it a lot.
Yeah. I hope people really like it. Little things like this, even where you just put like a
Yeah,
cobweb inside
I
the.
mean, yeah, and a lantern. And
Yeah, it's really nice. But I think
Yeah,
all these
yeah.
houses are mostly furnished at this point. Maybe one of them isn't. I've really worked on the interiors recently. Oh yeah, this part
Right.
over here, it has this little florist's shop right as you come up the hill.
Yeah.
I think this is pretty cute. So this would I
Yes,
guess be the
that is
florist's
cute.
house.
I particularly love this style of making potted plants. Or like
Oh yeah,
potted
yeah,
little
yeah.
trees.
Yeah, I started doing that when I was decorating the interior of the vineyard to get a little bit more of
Yeah.
an Italian feel, and
Nice.
I'm in love with it. If we come down the stairs here, this was very early in the world. We're going down.
Yeah,
Pretty much, I've built this tier by tier, and now we're getting to the really early stuff. Yeah, this is a spot I really think I'm going to address in the next intro time lapse. Just build some trees here. Try to get a lot of these
yeah.
just empty spots filled in with new stuff.
I got a question for you, actually.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have any plans to texture this, or is this gonna just remain like stone?
I do want to do a lot of texturing. There's so much mountain to texture at this point, but I really want to get to that and make sure that I do this place justice and just maybe do a live stream at some point and just andesite and cobblestone it up.
See, yeah, when you start getting into live streaming, that is like the perfect thing to live stream because people would like want to hang out and talk because you're a cool dude. Like, you know.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
I'm sure that would be fun.
Like your audience would want to like hang out and chat with you like in a live stream. It doesn't really matter what you're doing, and I think that would be the perfect opportunity to like interact with people and also get a lot of this done.
Yeah, it's certainly something I plan to do. But
Yeah,
if you come
definitely.
back over here, and if you check out what it looks like when you come through here, you just get a nice view of the monastery. And this was actually kind of an
beautiful, yeah.
accidental sight
Oh,
line.
actually, hang on. My favorite screenshot of this world is from like right here. It's got the lighthouse, it's got the church, it's got this tower here, and it's got the monastery in the background. And it's the framing on this is beautiful. Like everything about this is great. Yes.
But this was my first full-on diagonal house I pretty much ever built, and a lot of these houses over here are my very early builds. I pretty much got back into Minecraft with 1.16, as one does with the updates, and really started getting into building, and which is why I've used a lot of the 1.16 blocks over here. I really like this section with the little wagon and this little storage room over here with the warped wood.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is quite nice.
If you look into this house right here, this is where I store some of my villagers, like my mending guy is in here.
Yeah, he's in here.
They just gave me a funny look.
Wow. Yeah, they did.
If you watch my first world tour, you'd know that I had this little platform with some logs, and there was actually a crane up where this house right above us is. And I sort of abandoned in that system because I went in a bit of a different design direction. Yeah, but if you come over here, you can see that I actually kept the first crane.
Yeah. There's this crane. I did notice that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. I really like this one. I think it's cute, and
I like this one a lot too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just bringing some stuff up from the dock over there that we'll check out in a bit. But as you turn this corner, you get over to where the lighthouse is, and this is one of my favorite sections.
Yeah.
This was one of my big plans for the beginning of the world, right? I wanted to build this archway where you look through and you have the lighthouse right above it.
Yeah, this archway is seriously one of my favorite things as well in this world. I love this. I love this sort of terrain, like when it happens naturally, like in real life. I love this.
Oh, yeah. It's really sweet.
And I love it here as well. This is really cool.
Yeah, one thing I did, obviously you don't have the texture pack on right now, but this little painting of the lighthouse right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks really, really awesome. It's so
No,
sweet
it
to have that
does.
kind of detail in there.
The idea of doing the little painters stationed around, I think, is amazing.
I also have this little turtle beach over here, which I built a really,
Mhm.
really long time ago,
Oh, I
and I
love
just
that.
love
Yeah,
coming back here and checking it out.
yeah. So these turtles, are they free to just move around or what?
Yeah, they
They're
move
just
around every
vibing.
now and again. Right now, they're just chilling right there. Yeah, I
They're
got 4
chilling.
turtles. At some point, I just
Yeah.
placed down 4 turtle eggs right here, and
Oh,
they just
okay.
hatched over time, and now they chill
Yeah.
here. My docks here,
Well,
though, I
that's
definitely plan to transform the docks a lot more, build some more
yeah.
boats, because right now I just have
Yeah.
a lot of small boats, and then my first ship ever, and I really like how this ship came out, but I'm excited to do some bigger ones in the future
Oh,
out at sea.
absolutely.
And this house, oddly enough, one of my favorites. I don't know why. I just love
Yeah.
the green and where it's
Which one?
positioned.
Oh, that is cute. Yeah. Oh no, I've said cute again.
Very cute. But yeah,
Yeah.
the harbor, there's a lot more I need to do for the harbor, but I do have these little market stalls, and I want to put villagers in there eventually,
Mm-hmm.
but I need to make this area a little bit safer
Yeah.
before I put them in. Also, my favorite market stall is this one with the fish, where you can
The fish.
go up and
I
actually
love
choose the
this.
fish.
Yeah.
But if we come up here,
Perfect.
this is the ground at sea level. Everything else is terraformed by hand, and
Oh,
we'll show you
wow.
guys what
Okay.
it looks like from the backside. But this is where the natural terrain actually starts. This house is where I've done a lot of my work. I had my enchanting set up and all my stuff here.
What is this? Is this like a mob farm or something?
Yeah, if you continue all the way down here, you actually get to
Yeah.
my creeper farm. This thing gives me rates like crazy because I'm
Well,
in a
you're on
mushroom biome
yeah, you're on a
originally.
mushroom biome.
I've
Yeah.
pretty much changed the whole thing, but yeah, it gives me both string and gunpowder, so it's very useful. It's how I endlessly fly around, and I've just kind of stored it over time.
Yeah.
So I got a
Hell
lot
yeah.
of gunpowder. Check this out. I guess we can just like pop through right here. You can see what it looks like. We got some
Okay, it's one of
spiders.
these.
Yeah, it's just a classic creeper farm. As you can see, the rates are pretty insane. Wow, that's so many mobs. That is why I get so many drops. I've never seen this in action before.
I guess that's fair. You are in survival mode. It would be pretty
Yeah, no,
dangerous.
I've never been up here, but as you can see, like if we go through here, this comes out right below the harbor right here because this is an ocean biome in the middle here of the bay.
Yeah.
So I made the farm right under there, and that's why the rates are insane, because otherwise this is actually a mushroom biome, even though it doesn't look like it at all at this point. But over here, I came up with these market stall designs that have the sort of slanted displays of the vegetables using some carpet and the concrete powder.
I love this. This is really cool.
I think it's
Just this little
fantastic.
detail. I love that.
Yeah, and I really want to put some
That's
villagers here as well
so
eventually.
rad, yeah.
And a lot of people's favorite part of this world is through here, through this arch.
Oh,
And
yeah. This is what immediately caught my attention about your world when I saw this in your first world tour video. I was like, "Oh man."
yeah, this is very sentimental because this is where I started my very first video in there. But I have to say, this arch right here, this was my plan for when I first started building this world. I was like, I want to have a stone archway and you walk through it into my city. That was my whole idea. I didn't think I was going to build a huge castle on a mountain, build a giant valley. Yeah, it evolved into all that over time. This was my first plan. So for people who were like, did you have it all planned out from the start? No, I did it all over time. And this little archway right here, that was the plan from the start. That was all I wanted to build. So this is pretty much this whole forest just dedicated to my nether portal. That's it.
Yeah, I love that though. That's really that's the way to do it, man. This is how you have fun in this game.
Oh
like,
yeah,
honestly.
just making yourself feel at home. It also has this giant ravine or this giant sinkhole in the middle. I love this area. I think I don't come back here often enough, but it's
no, I really like this as well. Do you want to do a, for old time's sake, just a little tribute to your first ever intro?
Oh yeah, let's do it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my first ever Minecraft video. No, this area, I love this. I want to come back to this and build more over here. If you stand over by the nether portal, you can see all the way through the other archway by the lighthouse.
Oh yeah.
And that was the first time I was really like, oh yeah, I want to play with these sightlines. And yeah, it works out really well. I can't tell you how many times I just fly around in Elytra course, all these archways I have. For those of you who download the world, I recommend doing some kind of Elytra flying around and just see what you can do. It's very fun. If we go up the stairs here, we can go over to the next area. And if we come over here, I wanted it to be very nature-like and give you the same vibe as down in the forest here. And you can also look down into this place, get a little bit of a
quite nice.
an
This is a
aerial
nice
view. Yeah, it looks
I
cool.
like this.
And if we come up here, this is one of my favorite areas as well. You come through this this little flower gate, and there's a bit of a square here for the people who live here. So this house right behind you here was actually the first ever house I built in the world.
Ooh.
Yeah, and eventually I started adding other houses to the area here. I'm really happy with this one.
There's a sign with no words on it.
Yeah, so what I plan to do with the signs that have no words is I want to name all the different streets in my area.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I want to leave that up to the community. So I think next video I'm going to, ask people what they think different streets should be called in the world here. And if you have any suggestions in this video, go ahead and leave them below. But yeah, this house over here dedicated to Gustav Vladimirian, our main moderator on the Discord server. But it's actually meant to be the priest's house, and it's not fully furnished yet, but it is one of my favorites. I really like it. This space right in front of it, I don't really know what to do right here. I think what would be best would be just a tree and a little outdoor seating spot, because it's got such a great view of the castle right here. This is one of the best views of the castle for sure.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite spots because I feel like you really get the intended effect with the castle, where it feels really looming and imposing over the village.
Yeah. I mean, it's so much of a height difference,
Yeah, I
really
almost
look up at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, it's definitely a real neck breaker to look up here, but it's what I wanted with this kingdom is to have a lot of verticality, because I see a lot of people building these flat kingdoms and towns, and it's way more fun to just look up and see these houses on different levels. Which way do you want to go? Do you want to go over this way first, or
let's
over the other way here?
Okay, let's do the church first. I like the church a lot.
All right, lead the way, my man. I feel like I haven't shown this off too much either, walking under the lanterns here.
Yeah, I don't think I recall this little grotto of trees. I like this a lot.
Yeah, I'm going to do a lot more of that kind of thing over here in the world too. It just takes so much time to build these trees. I don't want a single normal Minecraft tree. I'm going to build them all by myself.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
So over here is the Church of Ventia. I had a lot of fun building this thing. It's on a full diagonal, which is kind of ridiculous, but it's definitely pretty cool. I love using these stained glass windows too. One of my favorite spots here behind the church that I haven't thought about in a really long time is just this little area under the tree.
Ooh, I don't even remember this. I like this though.
Yeah, I just made this at the back end of some episode. You can sit here, have some tea after or before church. Yeah, over here is actually one of my favorite houses, the jeweler's shop and the diamond storage. And I still haven't furnished it yet because I haven't had time, but I love the blue terracotta. It's one of my favorite blocks.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, you gotta make reasons to build these houses. And this part is actually one of my favorite little details in the world. This little wooden bridge across the waterfall. I think this is really, really cute. You just walk up here.
I was going to say, I'll say it again. This is cute, man.
And this over here, you can see a little bit of what I'm planning to do. I've already planned out a house here, but I have some big plans for this area where the vineyard is right now. And so I didn't build it before the world tour here yet, even though I have it all planned out and designed, because there's some big stuff that's going to be happening. Also, this little water stream is really nice. I like it.
Yeah, this is cute.
And it goes, if you follow it down here, it goes all the way down and connects into
the like nether portal area. Right?
Yeah, it connects. It's the waterfall that goes down all the way into the bottom. Also, this gives us a good opportunity to just check out all the terraforming and naturifying I did over here for the forest. I feel like I never come around here and check this out, but it's...
I don't think you've really ever showed this off.
No, it's...
I like this a lot, man.
I really like it. It's nice to walk around. Also, one of my favorite trees in the world is this fallen tree over on this side. But yeah, this fallen tree was really fun to build. So this area over here is my vineyard. It's got all these giant grapevines. It's a lovely build. I love how this house came out. Got a little guest house here as well from the diagonal house tutorial.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, this is a very nice little quaint house. My favorite detail about this area is definitely the stomping pits.
Oh yeah, the grape stomping is fantastic. You get a nice view while you're doing it too. This vineyard is one of my favorite builds. I just think it came out really cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's awesome, man. I really like it as well.
The fact that it has this little back area with the dining section and some farms.
Yeah.
And right behind the vineyard here, you can see a lot of space where I'm going to be able to build farms and buildings, and it's going to look so cool when I start doing that. For now, it looks a little bit bare, but it's going to be more like the other side over here once I get going with that. So next up, we got this tower right here that I built as part of my building for 24 hours episode, where I got a lot of this terraforming done, to be honest. But yeah, up here, you get a really awesome view. You can see everything. I love just standing up here and looking out.
Yeah, this is a good spot to look. Wow.
So next up, my dude, do you want to check out the monastery or the castle first?
I say castle is a good ending spot. So let's check out the monastery.
All right, let's do it. I know I've said it about the vineyard and the village over there, but the monastery definitely in my top 3 of builds I've made. I really, really love this. I just went full out diagonal as well with everything.
Yeah, it's this kind of style of build, like where you got all kinds of different angles going on in one piece. Like, I love this.
Yeah, I think it came out really fantastic. And if you come over here, this is the actual entrance. And I haven't interiorized this place yet because it's going to be a big one. And I'll probably do it in between a lot of episodes and show it off at some point. But I think this came out really awesome. It really has that Mediterranean vibe to it. Yeah.
I love the gradient you got going on with so it looks like, okay, sandstone, sand. What is this, bone block?
Yeah, it's bone block.
White concrete. Yeah, this gradient here is really nice. And then
I think that came out really good.
Quartz stairs.
Yeah, no, it's pretty great. And of course, if you're up here on the walkway, you get the full view of the whole kingdom down on the other side. And it's just a really cool vibe to walk around here. And if we come through here, man, we can go check out the little lake. So there's going to be probably another mountain peak going up on the side here with a waterfall coming down. So this should look a lot more awesome when I continue building the rest of the world. But I love this area, just coming down here with the tree, having the big archway.
Love this a lot too. See, it's my turn to say it way too many times. This is one of my favorite areas in the world. Anything with like a hidden area, like how I was saying with that like nice little bench. This is like a much larger version of the same kind of thing that you had going on with that bench.
Yeah.
Of like, it's just purely atmospheric. Being like, man, what would it be like to live here?
Yeah, it really gets your imagination going. I really love this too. It's a very fun thing to include something like that. Yeah, that's really what I want to try to inspire with this entire world, you know? Like, could you imagine being here?
I could, and it's amazing.
I did make this little staircase up here so you can get up to the mountain path that leads all the way to the top. And if we come up here, we actually get a pretty spectacular view of the whole place. This is my little outlook spot. Yeah, it looks pretty cool from the top. If you come down here, man, I've got my little painting section. And for you, it won't look like the actual painting. It doesn't
look right. I saw it in the video, though. So
yeah, but I need to show it off. Like, this is so awesome. Yeah. Gustav, you're the man for making this happen, the pixelated map. But just someone painting the world here.
This idea alone is brilliant. I love this. I've never seen anyone do this.
The final thing to check out is pretty much just the castle. And I think it would be fun to show everyone what it looks like underneath the world as well here, just to give everybody a sense of scale. But yeah, the castle, you come up any of the paths here. And my big thought with the castle here, which I mentioned in the castle tour, is that I really wanted you to enter by coming through this archway with the walkway under the bridge. I think that's really important and part of the sight lines.
I want to go through this whole area at ground level and see what a regular person, I guess, would see. Instead of somebody who's flying around.
Yeah, I think one of the best ways to experience this place is walking by foot, to be honest, because a lot of the sightlines were intended for the Minecraft player. But I've done a full tour of the castle, so if anyone wants to see the interior of this place, which is fully decorated, then you can go ahead and check that video out. I'll have it linked in the video here. This courtyard is probably my favorite. I think, just like you said, these small areas that just give atmosphere, I think this is one of the best little sections here.
I like this a lot. This is definitely a good atmospheric area.
Coming over here, man, the bridge was really hard to build because it's on a diagonal.
Yeah.
I was just getting started with diagonals. It's really cool. I love this bridge, and the fact that you get
This bridge is really cool.
such a nice view of the other side from here. And then just coming through this little archway and seeing the giant tree and this courtyard. It's great, man.
Oh man.
I've had so much fun building this world.
I mean, I'm having a ton of fun exploring it, man. Like,
Yeah.
this is really rad.
And if you guys want to explore it for yourself, remember that the download is available down below.
10 out of 10 would recommend. I'm having the time of my life going through this world with you, man.
Yeah, and if you just zoom out up here, like the aerial view is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I have a ton of respect for people who can just kind of come up with these like layouts for like these large structures. I struggle a lot with like thinking of sort of, you know, multifaceted layouts for stuff like castles. And
Yeah.
I can do like a large structure, but I can't, you know, having a multi-angled, multi-sided shape like this.
Yeah,
I like the way that you've done a lot of this. Like, this is really cool.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's been a wild ride, and I've learned a lot through the process. But somehow I just come up with it. It just comes to me. I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. There's no lack of inspiration. I'll put it that way. I think the final thing we want to show the people is what it looks like on the backside of the whole world.
Oh yeah.
If you check this out, this is where I've started building my storage room, and that's my iron farm over there. I have most of my farms below here. But yeah, I've just been building this by hand, block by block, a lot of dirt and stone, and I plan to finish this whole thing. I've gotten really far so far, and I plan to just keep going as long as I can and think it's fun, and I'm having a blast with this.
I look forward to seeing what you do with it. I mean, and I'm sure so does everybody in the audience. This is so breathtaking just to see all this stuff.
But if you come over here, man, there's such a huge cavern under here, and I have so many good plans and ideas for what I'm going to build down here. Sewers, caves, mines. But yeah, it's so big. This is where I've been farming a lot of my dirt. I've been farming a lot of trees over here recently too. But there's a lot of space to build stuff, and it's just a huge, massive project. And I'm just very fortunate that I have the patience to do this. Here's, of course, my giant quarry as well. Well, that about wraps it up. That's everything I have to show for in the world here. A very, very humble, small world. And I'm really happy you decided to watch this video. Leave it a like and comment down below and tell me what you like about it. And Alex, thanks for coming, man.
Of course, man. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been great. So remember, guys, that you can find the download link in the pinned comment below. So remember to check out the world for yourself and find all the secrets. I've actually hidden a little bit of a scavenger hunt for those of you who are dedicated enough to try and find all my little clues. As always, ladies and gentlemen, if you stayed all the way to the end of the video, then you're the champ, and I appreciate your existence.
And I appreciate your existence too.
And until we see each other next time, have a good one.